Hello everyone, welcome back to Madh Gyan Kendra. This is the third part of motion, and in this part we will be discussing about the equations of motion and their derivation. So there are basically three equations of motions. First, v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and last 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So first we will look at what all these symbols mean. So u means the initial or the starting velocity, v means the final velocity, s means distance or displacement, a means acceleration, and t means time. So the final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration multiplied by time. The distance or displacement is equal to initial velocity multiplied by time plus half of acceleration into time square, and the last is 2 multiplied by acceleration multiplied by distance or displacement is equal to the final velocity square minus the initial velocity square. Now we will look at the derivation of these three equations of motion. So consider this graph. In this graph, an object was moving with initial velocity u at t1, which is equal to 0 seconds, and it accelerates uniformly. Because the line is straight. So it accelerates uniformly for t seconds to attain a velocity of v, final velocity of v at time 2, which is equal to t seconds. So this is just a graph that we are considering to derive this equation. So in the previous video we stated that in a velocity time graph the slope represents acceleration, so this slope is acceleration. So now we said that it is moving with initial velocity u at time 0 and final velocity v at time t seconds, which is equal to t2. So now as we know that this slope is the acceleration, so acceleration is equal to slope of vt graph. So we know that the slope of any graph is equal to the y-intercept divided by x-intercept. So acceleration would be equal to y-intercept divided by x-intercept. So the y-intercept would be equal to the v minus u is equal to v minus u. So this would be the v, so v minus u divided by the t2, which is equal to t second, minus t1, which is equal to 0 second. T2 minus t1, which is equal to v minus u upon t2 minus 0 is equal to v minus u upon t seconds. So acceleration is equal to v minus u upon t, and from this equation we can get v is equal to u plus at. So we have completely derived the first equation of motion using this graph. So we will be deriving the second equation of motion from this graph as well. So we know that the distance or the displacement is equal to the area under velocity time graph. So the distance or displacement would be equal to the area under this, trapezium ABCD. S would be equal to area of trapezium ABCD. So the area of the trapezium ABCD would be equal to the area of triangle ABP plus the area of the rectangle APCD. So S would be equal to area of triangle ABP plus the area of rectangle APCD. So we know that area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height, and the area of a triangle is equal to length into breadth, So here in the triangle ABP, the base would be AP, so it would be half into AP multiplied by height, which would be BP, plus the length of rectangle ABCD, the length would be this DC, plus DC multiplied by the breadth of the rectangle, which would be CP. Now here we would have half into AP. So AP is equal to this t seconds minus 0. So t seconds minus 0 would be the t seconds multiplied by BP. So BP would be the V minus U, length of V minus U. And then we will have DC. DC would be the same, the t seconds minus 0, which would be t seconds, t multiplied by CP. CP would be the length of 0 to U, which would be U. Now we will have half t into V minus U plus ut. So from the first equation of motion, V is equal to U plus AT. Then we will have half t into, so V is equal to U plus AT, U plus AT minus U plus ut. So now we will be left with half time into AT plus ut. So this would all overall would be half into AT square plus ut. So we will get the formula S is equal to ut plus half AT square. Now we will be proving or deriving the last equation of motion, 2as is equal to v square minus u square, or v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So if you remember, while deriving the last second equation of motion, we got s is equal to half into t into v minus u plus ut. And from the first equation of motion, which was v is equal to u plus at, we could derive t as v minus u upon a. Now in this equation we will put v minus u upon a, the value of t, in this equation. So we will get s is equal to 1 by 2 multiplied by v minus u upon a multiplied by v minus u plus u multiplied by v minus u upon a. So now we will get s is equal to 1 by 2 v minus u the whole square upon 2a, because we are multiplying v minus u with v minus u, we will get v minus u the whole square upon 2a plus u, and in this case we will be multiplying u with v as well as u, so we will get uv minus u square upon a. So we will be adding these up. So the LCM of 2a and a would be 2a, and this would remain the same, v square v minus u the whole square, and we will be multiplying this with 2 into uv minus u square. So now we will get as s is equal to, and if you remember, a minus b the whole square is equal to a square. So v square plus b square, which is u square plus u square minus 2ab minus 2 into vu minus 2vu, and here we will get plus 2vuv plus 2uv, or we can also write it as 2vu minus 2u square upon 2a. So now the negative minus 2vu and plus 2vu will get cancelled, and we will be left with s is equal to v square plus u square minus 2u square upon 2a. So now we will be left with S is equal to V square minus U square upon 2A, and we will, after displacing 2A from RHS to LHS, you would get 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. So we have completely derived all the three equations of motion in this video. Thanks for watching. This was all for this part, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for later updates.